Alright guys, here's what I got. I have a O2 WRX bug eye, and right now I'm in the middle of a motor swap, but until the new motor gets here, I'm working on the wiring in this car. Now, what you're looking at right there, that's basically the old wiring harness. I got one thing over there in the door jamb. Got a strip screw, so I can't get to the last connector, so it's just shoved in the back right now. But I've got most of the new wiring harness back in the car. The crash bar's back in. I put a 2005 WRX wiring harness in here just to gain some amenities and features, just to make it easier for when I did like my center console swap, my door panel swap. Probably some point in time I might do a front end swap, but that's here and there. The problems that I'm running into is I've found a few connectors that I don't recognize. This connector right here being one of them, I'm not certain what this goes to. It comes off of the main harness right down in here, right next to the driver's side fender. And then I also have a connector on this piece of the harness I never took out of the car that goes to the key. Now, the piece that has that funny piece of plastic, that was attached to the 2005 harness. So that piece is new. Everything in the bottom, everything down here, plugged in okay. Sorry about the camera, guys. All of that stuff plugged in okay. But this harness that looks like it goes to the key, and I imagine to the controls in the steering wheel, like the horn and the airbag, it has a connector coming off of it right here. This black connector, I don't have any spot for it on the 2005 harness, so I'm thinking maybe I need this harness out of the 2005 car as well. There was also, I think, one other plug. This plug right here, I don't have a spot for it, and I don't have anything to plug this into. And if I remember correctly, this wasn't plugged into anything in my car before. This is the OBD2 sensor or plug. These two are for the cruise control and the fog lights. Used to be for the cruise control and the fog lights. Now I'm assuming it's for the fog lights and something else that a newer WRX would have had, because the cruise control button, it won't plug into the cruise control plug. So either I need the new plug or something else goes there. Not quite certain. The only other thing I can think of off the top of my head is this little black and purple wire. Not certain what that plugs into either, but everything else looks like it's going to plug up. Security system plugged up. The only other thing that didn't work is this is the keyless entry box, and my keyless entry box wouldn't work. This is from a 2005 WRX, so I'm going to have to see if I guess the dealership can reprogram this or reprogram my key to match this. Whatever it's going to take. You know, there's no wiring for the fender light. Not too worried about that. I'm going to have to rewire the headlights and cut my plug off or pull the plug off and use this. Working on that. You can see I've got my wiring here for the AVCS for the JDM STI motor. I've got a JDM STI transmission coming, so I'm going to get rid of that bitch. And, guys, other than that, I think those are the only real problems I have. Oh, there was one other thing. This ABS, you can see that the 2005 plug will not, it won't fit, basically, on the O2 pump. So I have an 05 pump here that it plugs into. The only issue I've seen with this is you can see over here the 4 plugs are in a row, and over here the 4 inlets are in a square pattern. So I'm going to have to bend the lines or get those lines fixed by somebody, not quite certain. But if anybody knows what those 3 wires go to, I'll show you guys again just real quick. It was this wire up here